A few spins around the sun ago, me and my girl were kicking it in the city, posted up in our slick apartment. I'm hustling as a graphic designer, drowning in logos and websites for clients. Stressful gig, but my solace? That's where the music takes the lead. My folks had this killer vinyl stash back in the day. Hours lost vibing to those tunes. Grew up, became a collector, hitting flea markets for vintage records. Music ain't just a side gig. It's the heartbeat of my life. Each record, a story waiting to be cracked open. Then my buddy hits me with the 411 about this new record joint in the sketchier part of town. Risky move, but the allure of finding a hidden gem was too strong. Walk into this place, and you can hear a melody drifting out like a distant dream echoing in the air. Step inside, and it's like a time capsule. Musty record scent, low-key lighting, the whole spot giving off eerie vibes. Old dude, back-hunched, grin toothless, points me to a stack of records. In the corner, this mysterious vinyl with no label, dropping that melody that reeled me in. No second guesses, I snag that record and roll back to the crib. Little did I know, it was the kickoff to a wild chapter. So I roll back to my place, that record clutched in my hands, drop the needle, and damn, it's pure rock and roll magic. The beats kick in, resonating through my soul. It's the kind of music that's more than just sound. It's a vibe, a feeling. Days melt into nights as I immerse myself in those tunes. The melody becomes a heartbeat, pulsating with an energy I can't resist. Each note seems to carry a story, whispering secrets only the vinyl holds. This record becomes my sanctuary, a refuge from the chaos of graphic design deadlines and the relentless pace of the city. The music takes over, becoming the soundtrack to my existence. I'm grooving through life, letting the rhythm guide my steps. It's joy, pure and unfiltered, wrapped in the crackle of a vintage record. But as the days turn into a hazy blur of beats, the urban rhythms start to infiltrate every corner of my life. Work becomes a distant background noise, drowned out by the relentless drumming of that damn record. Deadlines pass me by like street signs in a speeding car. I see them, but they're gone before I can catch up. I become a designer on autopilot, fueled by the music that's taken control. The city outside my window transforms into a surreal dreamscape, and my mind is lost in the pulsating lights and shadows. The boundaries between the beats of the record and the beats of the city blur, creating a disorienting symphony. In this sonic whirlwind, desperation becomes my silent companion. The weight of the music presses down on me, and breathing becomes a struggle. It's like I'm caught in a maelstrom, unable to escape the grip of that haunting melody. Breaking free feels like chasing shadows in the urban night, elusive and ever-shifting. Days dissolve into an endless loop of urban rhythms. I don't know what day it is, and honestly, I don't care. The record becomes both my anchor and my tormentor, dragging me into a realm where time loses its meaning. The city's sounds, once familiar, now merge with the dissonant notes, creating a cacophony of despair. It's a trip, man. Terrifying doesn't even cut it. The record, once my solace, has become a relentless force, pulling me deeper into the abyss. The cautionary tale unfolds, echoing through the concrete jungle. A stark reminder that not every unknown beat is meant to be embraced. Fast forward, my girl breezes back into town. The minute she walks into our crib, her eyes widen, and not in a good way. I'm drowning in chaos, looking like I just pulled an all-nighter for a major client. Dishes piled up, clothes scattered like some abstract art installation, and the record collection strewn around like a tornado hit. She gives me that, "What happened here?" look, but before she can drop the interrogation bomb, she notices the eerie quiet. No more thumping beats, no more haunting melody. Intrigued, she goes for the record player, thinking maybe it's time to bring back the vibe. She drops the needle, and instead of the familiar magic, it's like a cat walked across the turntable. Dissonant, out-of-sync notes scrape through the air. The expression on her face changes from curiosity to sheer displeasure. Without a second thought, she cuts it off and gives me the raised eyebrow. That record, the supposed golden ticket, gets tossed aside like yesterday's takeout. As the dissonant echoes fade, I begin to shake off the fog that's clouded my mind. My girl, being the champ she is, takes charge. Shower, Fresh clothes. Now, she commands. The warmth of the water helps clear the haze, offering a brief respite from the relentless melody that had taken residence in my head. Meanwhile, she's on a mission, tackling the disaster zone we once called home. The dishes meet their destiny with soapy water, clothes find their way back into drawers, and the scattered records are shelved with the precision of a curator at an art gallery. In the background, she decides to give the record another shot. Anticipation lingers in the air as the needle drops, but instead of the haunting melody, there's a discordant noise that grates on her nerves. Confused, she checks the record, inspects the player, but there's no fixing this dissonance. And in that very moment, as the harsh notes pierce through the air, we both realize it wasn't the record that was damaged, it was me. The haunting melody had taken residence in my soul, and its absence brought an unexpected sense of relief. The chaos of the past few days, now mirrored in the scattered record collection, was tangible proof of the disarray that had consumed our home. Looking back on it now, we piece together the truth. The mysterious record, once a potential hidden gem, turned out to be a Pandora's box of urban despair. The relief in my girl's eyes mirrors the relief in my own soul. The cautionary tale unfolds before us, and we make a silent pact to be more mindful of the tunes we let into our lives. The echoes of that haunting melody linger, but now they serve as a reminder that not every beat is worth dancing to.